Imagine waking up one day and realizing you've been wearing a mask all your life, a mask molded by society, expectations, and perhaps your own fears. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's a reality for many of us. Every day we juggle roles and masks, often losing sight of who we truly are beneath them. The question that then arises isn't just philosophical, it's deeply personal and incredibly urgent. Who are you when no one's watching? Today, we're going to embark on a journey, not to far-off lands or to seek hidden treasures, but inward to the most uncharted territory there is, ourselves. This exploration might be challenging, it might even be uncomfortable at times, but I promise you, it's the most rewarding journey you'll ever take. So if you're ready to peel off those layers, to uncover the real you and maybe, just maybe, discover the secret to a life of genuine happiness and fulfillment, then you're in the right place. Stick around, because today we're diving deep into the heart of self-discovery, and what we find just might change everything. And hey, before we dive into the deep end of self-discovery, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with friends who also wonder about their existential wardrobe choices. Stick around till the end, because skipping parts of this journey would be like missing the plot twist in your favorite book. Entertainingly regrettable. 1. Self-awareness. Imagine you're the captain of your ship, navigating through the vast oceans of life. Now, here's the thing. Knowing your ship, its strength, its weaknesses, that's self-awareness. It's about understanding every nook and cranny, from the polished deck to the hidden corners below. This journey inward isn't just about self-discovery. It's about empowering yourself to sail through life's storms with confidence. Let me sprinkle a bit of ancient wisdom into our talk, Stoicism. The Stoics, they were masters of self-awareness. They believed in knowing oneself, in recognizing what's in our control and what isn't. It's like distinguishing between the direction of the wind, which we can't change, and the set of our sails, which we can. That's Stoic wisdom right there. Stoicism teaches us to anchor our focus on our inner selves, to ask ourselves, what can I control? How can I respond? When life throws a storm your way, and oh, it will, believe me, your self-awareness is your compass. It guides you not by changing the seas or the wind, but by adjusting your sails, by changing your perspective. How do you practice this? Start simple. Reflect on your day, your reactions, your emotions. Were they within your control? Did you let external factors, say a harsh word, a rainy day, steer your mood? Or did you adjust your sails, choosing instead how to respond, how to feel? That's the art of self-awareness, my friend. It's recognizing that while we can't control the wind, we can always adjust our sails. And here's the beautiful part. Each step of self-awareness lights up the path, not just for us, but for others too. It's like being a lighthouse. Your journey inward illuminates the way for those around you, guiding them through their own storms. Embrace this journey of self-awareness with the heart of a Stoic. Learn to distinguish between what's up to you and what's not. Dive deep into knowing yourself, your strengths, your flaws, and how you react to the world around you. And remember, in the grand voyage of life, you are the captain of your ship. Steer it wisely, my friend. Adjust those sails. 2. Forgiveness and memory. Think of them as two sides of the same coin. On one side, forgiveness allows us to let go of burdens, to release the weight that drags us down. On the other, memory serves as our guide, ensuring we don't stumble on the same stones twice. But here's a twist. How do Stoicism and its timeless wisdom fit into this? Stoics, they had a pretty unique take. They saw forgiveness not as a favor to others, but as a gift to oneself. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of past grievances, about choosing not to let others' actions disturb your inner peace. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Think about that. It's not about forgetting what happened or pretending it didn't hurt. It's about deciding that the hurt won't define you, that you'll rise above, learning from the past, but not letting it tether you to anger or resentment. Now memory, that's our navigation system through the maze of life. It reminds us where we've been, what we've faced, and how we've grown. But here's where Stoicism comes in again. It teaches us to look back with objectivity, not with emotion. To see our past experiences as lessons, as opportunities to apply wisdom and virtue. So how do you balance forgiveness with memory? Picture this. You're on a journey carrying a backpack. Every grievance, every hurt you hold on to is like a stone in that pack. Forgiveness is choosing to take those stones out, one by one, not because the path doesn't deserve its weight, but because you deserve to walk freely. This dance between forgiveness and memory, it's delicate but empowering. As you navigate through your own story, remember, forgiveness frees you and memory guides you. Both are acts of courage and wisdom, deeply Stoic in their essence. 3. Emotional stability. A treasure that once found can transform the tumultuous seas of our lives into serene waters. Imagine navigating life's highs and lows with a steadiness of mind, unfazed by the storms around you. That's emotional stability. Now, how does Stoicism, an ancient philosophy known for its practical wisdom, anchor us in this endeavor? Stoicism teaches us about the power of perception, about understanding what is within our control and what is not. It's a reminder that while we can't control the events that happen to us, we have the power to control our reactions to them. This is the bedrock of emotional stability. Think of it as being like the eye of the hurricane, calm and centered, even as chaos whirls around you. The Stoics had a practice called premeditatio malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. It sounds a bit grim, but it's actually a powerful exercise for building emotional resilience. By visualizing the challenges we might face in advance, we can prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally to deal with them with grace and composure. This isn't about pessimism, it's about preparation. It's like knowing a storm is coming and choosing to set your sails and secure your ship ahead of time, ensuring you're not caught off guard. Another Stoic principle that can bolster our emotional stability is the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. It's the idea of embracing everything that happens to us, the good and the bad, as necessary parts of our journey. This doesn't mean being passive or resigned, but rather seeing the value and potential for growth in every experience. When we start to view challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to learn and evolve, we cultivate a sense of peace and resilience that no external event can shake. How can we apply these Stoic principles to our daily lives to achieve greater emotional stability? Start by observing your reactions to events around you. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your attitude, your response. Practice visualizing challenges and rehearsing your response to them. This mental preparation can help you face real-life situations more calmly and confidently. Remember, achieving emotional stability doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging your feelings, but choosing not to be overwhelmed by them. It's about recognizing that you have the strength and the tools to navigate whatever comes your way. 4. Setting boundaries. Diving into setting boundaries, it's like drawing a map of your personal space and marking where others can and cannot tread. This is crucial, not just for your well-being, but for nurturing healthy relationships and maintaining a sense of self-respect. Now, let's weave in some Stoic wisdom to see how it can strengthen our resolve in setting these boundaries. Stoicism, at its core, teaches us about control, distinguishing between what we can control and what we can't. In the context of setting boundaries, it reminds us that while we can't control how others behave, we have full authority over how we allow their behaviors to affect us and what we choose to accept in our lives. This is where our power lies. It's like being the gatekeeper of your own fort, deciding who gets to enter and who doesn't. The Stoic practice of focusing only on what's within our control is liberating when applied to setting boundaries. It shifts our focus from trying to change others, an often fruitless and frustrating endeavor, to refining our own responses and interactions. For example, if someone consistently disrespects your time instead of attempting to change their punctuality, you enforce a boundary around how long you'll wait or whether you'll make plans with them in the future. Moreover, the Stoic concept of amor fati, loving one's fate, plays a role here too. It's about embracing whatever life throws at us, including the uncomfortable task of setting boundaries with people we care about. This doesn't mean we enjoy conflict or confrontation, but we accept these moments as part of our growth. Setting boundaries, therefore, becomes an exercise in aligning our lives more closely with our values, something the Stoics continually strive for. Stoicism also encourages us to view challenges, including those that arise from setting boundaries, as opportunities to practice virtue. In this case, the virtues of courage, justice, and wisdom. It takes courage to assert our boundaries, wisdom to know where they should lie, and a sense of justice to enforce them fairly and consistently. How do we start setting boundaries with the strength of a Stoic? Begin by reflecting on areas of your life where you feel drained, disrespected, or unhappy. These feelings often signal where boundaries need to be drawn or reinforced. Next, clearly define what those boundaries are. What's acceptable, what isn't. Be as specific as possible. Then communicate these boundaries clearly and calmly to those involved. This isn't about making demands or ultimatums, but expressing your needs respectfully and firmly. Remember, setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, but of self-respect. Be prepared to uphold these boundaries. This might be the hardest part, as it can involve saying no, declining invitations, or stepping back from relationships that don't honor your boundaries. Here, Stoicism provides a steadying hand, reminding us that our peace of mind and virtue are worth these difficult choices. 5. Energy intelligence. Let's explore the concept of energy intelligence, which is essentially about managing our personal energy in a way that maximizes our well-being and effectiveness. It's like knowing exactly when to push forward, when to pull back, and how to maintain your inner equilibrium amidst the chaos of life. Now, let's infuse this conversation with a bit of Stoic philosophy to see how it can deepen our understanding and practice of energy intelligence. Stoicism, with its focus on virtue, reason, and self-control, offers a robust framework for developing energy intelligence. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea of living in accordance with nature, including our own nature. This means recognizing and respecting our energy levels, our natural rhythms, and using this awareness to guide our actions and decisions. One key Stoic principle that aligns with energy intelligence is the concept of living according to what's within our control. This means directing our energy towards actions and thoughts that we can influence, and conserving our energy by not getting overly invested in what's beyond our control. Imagine you're facing a project with tight deadlines. A Stoic approach would involve focusing your energy on your work effort and attitude, rather than worrying about the potential reaction of your boss or the outcome, which is ultimately out of your hands. Another Stoic practice, the examination of one's judgments and impressions, can help us manage our energy more effectively. By critically assessing our automatic thoughts and emotional reactions, we can avoid wasting energy on unhelpful patterns of thinking and feeling. If you find yourself getting frustrated or anxious about a situation, take a moment to step back and ask yourself if your reaction is based on an accurate perception of the event, or if it's being influenced by external factors that you've given too much weight to. The Stoics also teach us about the importance of periodic reflection, which is crucial for energy intelligence. Regularly taking stock of how we're expending our energy allows us to make adjustments as needed. This could mean reassessing our commitments, setting firmer boundaries, or simply ensuring we're allocating time for rest and rejuvenation. Marcus Aurelius, for example, would reflect each day on his actions and thoughts, a practice that can help us become more mindful of where our energy is going and whether it aligns with our deepest values. Furthermore, the Stoic virtue of temperance or moderation is directly related to managing our energy. It's about finding the right balance in all things, whether it's work, pleasure, rest, or social activities. By practicing temperance, we ensure that our energy is not being overextended in one area of our life at the expense of others. This balanced approach not only helps us maintain our energy, but also leads to a more fulfilling life. So, how can we apply these Stoic principles to cultivate energy intelligence? Start by observing your energy levels throughout the day and noting what activities drain or replenish you. Use this awareness to make more informed choices about how to spend your time. 6. Focus on goals. Let's zero in on the art of maintaining a razor-sharp focus on our goals, a pursuit that's both rewarding and challenging in equal measure. It's like navigating through a dense forest, where every tree seems to vie for your attention. Yet you know you must keep your eyes fixed on the path ahead. And what better way to guide us through this forest than the timeless wisdom of Stoicism? Stoicism, with its profound insights into human nature and ethics, teaches us the value of discipline, perseverance, and clarity of purpose. These are the very pillars that support our journey toward achieving our goals. At the core of Stoic philosophy is the idea of living a life of virtue in accordance with reason. When we apply this to our goals, it means pursuing objectives that are not only meaningful, but aligned with our deepest values and our rational understanding of the world. One of the most empowering Stoic principles is focusing on what is within our control. When it comes to goal setting, this principle urges us to concentrate our efforts on our actions and attitudes rather than external outcomes. Imagine you're aiming to become a published author. A Stoic would say, focus on writing the best manuscript possible, improving your craft, and submitting your work to publishers. These steps are within your control, unlike the final decision of publishers, which isn't. Stoics also advise us to view obstacles as opportunities, a mindset that's invaluable when pursuing long-term goals. It's inevitable to encounter hurdles on the road to achieving our ambitions. Instead of seeing these as setbacks, Stoicism teaches us to embrace them as chances to grow stronger and more resilient. If a door closes, look for the window that opened. Perhaps a rejection from a publisher is an opportunity to refine your manuscript or explore new avenues for your writing. Moreover, Stoicism encourages the practice of reflection, which is critical for maintaining focus on our goals. Regularly taking stock of our progress, acknowledging our successes, and identifying areas for improvement helps us stay aligned with our objectives. It's like periodically checking your compass to ensure you're still heading in the right direction. The Stoic virtue of temperance, or moderation, plays a key role in goal pursuit as well. It teaches us the importance of balance, not to overextend ourselves in one area of life at the expense of others. By practicing temperance, we can pursue our goals with a steady, sustainable effort over time, avoiding burnout and ensuring that we're nurturing all aspects of our well-being along the way. How can we apply Stoicism to enhance our focus on goals? Start by setting clear, rational objectives that truly resonate with your values. Break down these goals into actionable steps, focusing your energy on what you can control. Embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Regularly reflect on your journey, celebrating your progress and adjusting your course as needed. And always strive for balance, ensuring that your pursuit of goals enhances rather than detracts from your overall quality of life. 7. Seeking support. Embarking on the journey of seeking support is a profound aspect of our lives, reflecting the innate human need for connection and guidance. It's like recognizing that sometimes the weight we carry can be lightened by sharing it with others, whether friends, family, or professionals. And through the lens of Stoicism, this pursuit of support takes on even deeper significance. Stoicism, with its rich tradition of mentorship and community, underscores the importance of learning from others and being open to guidance. The Stoics believed in the value of wisdom wherever it's found, and in supporting one another in the pursuit of virtue. They understood that no one is an island, and that our growth is often facilitated by the insights and compassion of those around us. At the heart of Stoicism is the practice of humility, recognizing that we don't have all the answers and that wisdom can come from many sources. In seeking support, this humility allows us to open ourselves up to the guidance and care of others, acknowledging that our journey through life is enriched by the perspectives and experiences of those we encounter. It's a reminder that sometimes the bravest thing we can do is to ask for help. Stoics also teach us about the importance of community and the interconnectedness of all people. Marcus Aurelius, for example, often wrote about the idea of humans being parts of a greater whole, emphasizing cooperation and mutual support. In seeking support, we're embodying this Stoic principle, engaging in the shared human experience of giving and receiving help, and reinforcing the bonds that tie us together. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to face challenges with courage and resilience, qualities that are bolstered by a strong support network. Whether facing personal turmoil, professional obstacles, or emotional hardships, the support of others provides a foundation upon which we can steady ourselves. It's akin to having a phalanx around us, a formation of trusted individuals whose presence helps us confront life's battles with greater fortitude. The Stoic practice of reflection is also crucial here. By reflecting on our struggles and the support we need, we gain clearer insights into our own vulnerabilities and the types of support that would be most beneficial. This self-awareness is key in seeking out and accepting the right kind of help, whether it's a listening ear, professional advice, or simply the comforting presence of someone who cares. How do we embrace the Stoic approach to seeking support? Start by acknowledging that it's okay not to be okay, and that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Reflect on the areas of your life where you could benefit from support and take steps to reach out to those who can provide it. Cultivate a community of friends, family, and mentors who enrich your life and support your growth. And remember, offering support to others is just as important as seeking it for yourself, creating a cycle of generosity and kindness that benefits everyone involved. 8. Control of negative self-talk. Navigating the choppy waters of our inner dialogue, especially when it veers into negative self-talk, is a journey many of us embark on regularly. It's like having an internal critic, always ready to point out flaws and mistakes, often louder than our voice of reason. Incorporating Stoic wisdom into this conversation, we find powerful tools to tame that critic, transforming it into a guide rather than a saboteur. Stoicism, with its focus on virtue, reason, and self-control, offers a compelling framework for understanding and managing our thoughts, including the negative ones. The Stoics teach us that while we may not have control over every thought that pops into our head, we have the ultimate say over which thoughts we give power to and act upon. This distinction is crucial in controlling negative self-talk. At the core of Stoicism is the idea that our judgments and reactions to events, not the events themselves, are what cause us distress. This applies directly to negative self-talk. When we berate ourselves for a mistake, it's not the mistake itself causing our distress, but our judgment that the mistake is unforgivable or indicative of our worth. Recognizing this can shift our internal dialogue from criticism to compassion. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, often wrote about the importance of being kind to oneself and using reason to challenge irrational beliefs. He advocated for seeing things as they are, without the added layer of judgment. When faced with negative self-talk, ask yourself, is this thought based on reason or irrational judgment? Is it helpful? This practice of questioning and challenging our thoughts is a key step in regaining control over them. Another Stoic practice, the dichotomy of control, teaches us to focus our energy on what's within our control and let go of what isn't. This principle can be applied to managing negative self-talk by focusing on our effort and attitude rather than berating ourselves for outcomes beyond our control. For example, rather than criticizing yourself for not winning a competition, you can focus on the effort you put in and the experience you gained, aspects that are within your control. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of self-compassion and understanding. They believed that we're all works in progress, constantly learning and growing. When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, remind yourself that making mistakes is a part of being human and an opportunity for growth. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend in a similar situation. How do we apply Stoic principles to conquer negative self-talk? Start by becoming more aware of your internal dialogue, especially the negative chatter. Challenge these thoughts by asking whether they're based on reason and helpfulness. Practice focusing on what you can control, like your efforts and attitudes, and let go of harsh judgments about things beyond your control. 9. Solution-oriented approach. Embracing a solution-oriented approach in life's myriad challenges is like choosing to be the captain of your ship, navigating through storms with an eye on the horizon, focused on reaching calmer waters. It's about not just weathering the storm, but learning how to sail better because of it. Stoicism, with its practical wisdom, fortifies us on this voyage, teaching us how to find effective solutions amidst adversity. Stoicism, a philosophy that has withstood the test of time, teaches us the art of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. This Stoic principle is the bedrock of a solution-oriented mindset. It encourages us to shift our focus from the problem itself to our reaction to the problem, which is always within our control. When faced with a challenge, a Stoic would first separate what's within their power from what's not, dedicating their energy and thoughts to the former. This distinction is crucial because it liberates us from the paralysis of worrying about uncontrollable aspects of our problems and directs our efforts towards actionable solutions. The Stoics were also advocates for seeing obstacles as opportunities, a concept beautifully encapsulated in the idea of the obstacle being the way. This mindset is inherently solution-oriented. It's about flipping the script on what constitutes a problem, viewing every challenge as a chance to grow stronger, more skilled, and more resilient. Imagine hitting a roadblock in a project at work. Instead of viewing it as a setback, you ask, "What can this teach me? How can this improve the project or even my approach to work?" This perspective doesn't just find solutions, it transforms the problem into a stepping stone for personal and professional development. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the importance of equanimity, maintaining a calm and even-tempered state of mind regardless of the external circumstances. This emotional composure is invaluable in a solution-oriented approach. It allows us to approach problems with a clear head, free from the clouding effects of frustration, anger, or panic. This isn't about suppressing emotions, but rather about not letting them dictate our actions. In moments of crisis, a Stoic calm allows us to assess the situation logically, identify the most practical course of action, and implement it without undue distress. Another Stoic practice that enriches a solution-oriented approach is reflective meditation. Regularly reviewing our actions and outcomes to glean lessons and insights. This practice can be particularly enlightening when seeking solutions, as it encourages us to learn from past experiences, both our successes and failures. By reflecting on what strategies worked, which didn't, and why, we can better navigate future challenges with a more informed and effective approach. How can we cultivate a solution-oriented mindset with Stoicism as our guide? Begin by recognizing what's within your control in any given situation and focus your energy there. View obstacles not as impediments but as opportunities for growth and learning. Strive to maintain emotional equilibrium, using reason to guide your response to challenges. And regularly engage in reflective meditation to learn from your experiences and refine your problem-solving strategies. 10. Avoiding unnecessary arguments. Steering clear of unnecessary arguments is like navigating through a dense forest where every misplaced step could lead to entanglement in thorny underbrush. It requires a mix of awareness, discernment, and, importantly, a touch of Stoic wisdom to keep to the path and avoid these energy-draining traps. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue, reason, and self-control, provides a compass for avoiding these metaphorical thickets. One of the cornerstone ideas of Stoicism is focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. This principle is invaluable when we find ourselves on the verge of an unnecessary argument. Often, these disputes arise from differences in opinion, misunderstandings, or even the mood someone is in, elements largely outside our control. A Stoic approach would have us question the utility of engaging in a battle over such terrain. Is it within our power to change the other person's mind or mood through argument? Likely not. Is it within our power to choose our response and whether to engage? Absolutely. Moreover, the Stoics were keen observers of human behavior, including their own. They practiced reflecting on their actions and reactions to understand better and improve themselves. This self-awareness is crucial in avoiding unnecessary arguments. By recognizing our triggers and the early signs of escalating conflict, we can choose to step back, breathe, and respond with calm and reason, rather than being swept into the heat of disagreement. Stoicism also teaches the value of empathy and understanding, reminding us that every person has their reasons for their beliefs and behaviors. When we approach potentially contentious discussions with a genuine attempt to understand the other person's perspective, we often find that the ground for argument dissolves, Instead of seeing a challenger, we see another human being with their own set of experiences, beliefs, and perhaps misunderstandings. From this place of understanding, dialogue can replace dispute. The practice of Stoic equanimity, maintaining a calm and even-tempered demeanor, is particularly effective in avoiding unnecessary arguments. It allows us to meet provocation with a balanced response. When others come to us with aggression or contention, our Stoic calm can act as a mirror, reflecting back not their anger, but a model of composed discourse. This often has the effect of de-escalating potential conflicts, as it's hard to argue with someone who refuses to rise to the bite. The Stoic exercise of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils, can prepare us for encounters that might lead to arguments. By anticipating difficult interactions and mentally rehearsing how we will maintain our composure and stick to our principles of reason and understanding, we can navigate these situations more smoothly when they arise in reality. 11. Detection of false cordiality. Stoicism, with its emphasis on virtue, wisdom, and the pursuit of truth, equips us with the tools to discern genuine intentions from deceptive appearances. One of the key Stoic practices is the cultivation of discernment through rational analysis and emotional detachment, enabling us to observe interactions without being clouded by our desires or preconceptions. A fundamental Stoic principle is understanding what is within our control and what is not. While we cannot control the sincerity of others, we can control our perceptions and reactions. This distinction is crucial when encountering false cordiality. By focusing on our ability to analyze and respond, rather than attempting to control or expose the insincerity of others, we maintain our composure and integrity. The Stoics taught the importance of aligning actions with words. In detecting false cordiality, observe the congruence between what someone says and what they do. Are their actions reflective of their proclaimed intentions or values? Stoicism encourages us to look for consistency in character, as true virtue is demonstrated through consistent action over time, not just through well-chosen words. Stoic wisdom also advises against hasty judgments. When we suspect false cordiality, it's important to withhold immediate judgment and instead gather more observations. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized the value of suspending judgment until a clear understanding is achieved. This cautious approach allows us to avoid misunderstandings and ensures that our responses are based on reason rather than impulse. Another Stoic practice is the reflection on our own experiences and biases. Sometimes, our perception of false cordiality may be influenced by our own expectations or past experiences. By examining why we might perceive insincerity and questioning our own biases, we can ensure that our detection of false cordiality is not a projection of our insecurities or prejudices. The Stoic virtue of equanimity, maintaining a calm and balanced state of mind, is invaluable when navigating the complexities of human interactions. Whether we encounter genuine warmth or deceptive politeness, our inner tranquility allows us to respond appropriately without being emotionally disturbed by the intentions of others. So how do we apply Stoic principles to the detection of false cordiality? Begin by observing actions and words for consistency, practice rational analysis and emotional detachment, and suspend judgment until a clear picture emerges. Reflect on your perceptions and biases to ensure they are not clouding your judgment. And regardless of what you discover, maintain your equanimity, responding to others with integrity and without malice. I'm curious to hear about your experiences with detecting false cordiality and whether Stoic principles have informed your approach. Have you found certain strategies particularly effective? How do you maintain your composure and discernment in these situations? Sharing our insights and reflections can help us all navigate the complex terrain of human interactions with wisdom and grace. Let's learn from each other and strengthen our collective understanding. In our journey together today, we've navigated the rich and complex landscapes of the human experience, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. We've explored how this ancient philosophy can illuminate our path, helping us to discern truth from facade, to find strength in adversity, and to cultivate a life of virtue, wisdom, and inner peace. Remember, the essence of Stoicism isn't just in understanding its principles, but in living them, in every breath, every challenge, and every interaction we encounter. As we part ways for now, I invite you to continue this journey of exploration and self-discovery. On the screen, you'll see a playlist curated to further enrich your understanding and application of Stoic wisdom in daily life. Whether you're seeking guidance through difficult times, aiming to strengthen your relationships, or simply striving to live a more meaningful and virtuous life, these insights await to serve as your compass. So, let's keep walking this path together, with open hearts and curious minds, ever onward to becoming the best versions of ourselves. Click on the playlist, dive deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism, and discover how its teachings can transform your life in profound and lasting ways. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Until next time, remember, the most powerful tool at your disposal is your ability to choose your response to whatever life throws your way. Choose wisely, live virtuously, and let Stoicism light your path.